pray that my nigga really didn't feel no way. And if he did, my nigga, I got my chin out. Take your best shot, I'ma take that shit on the chin, boy. Do what you do.
The reality is there is no big three no more. Because when the big three was supposed to engage, only 2 of them decided to engage.
Motherfuck the big three. Nigga, it's just big me, nigga.
So we're going to talk about J. Cole. He's releasing his new album at the start of February. I think it's labeled or titled The Fall Off. And obviously Jadakiss and Fat Joe, they're saying like they can't rate J. Cole like they did before the Drake and Kendrick beef. After what J. Cole did, basically him like dropping a diss track to Kendrick and then one day later apologizing, saying his spirit wasn't sitting right with him, whatever. That did change some people's perception of J. Cole. So we'll see how like the whole world basically feels about J. Cole after he releases this new album. But Jadakiss and Fat Joe, they did have their opinion talking about J. Cole and what they think of him.
He got project coming out called The Fall Off, and he got a mixtape where he used some of the locks. He rhymed over Money, Power, Respect, and he rhymed over Can I Live. Killed them shit. So Cole is coming back in a major way.
Do we look at him the same, being that they screwed his head off the big three?
You hear his bars, all of that shit don't matter.
It's over?
He's coming crazy.
Cause let me tell you something, man. They screwed his head off the big three. Is he in the big three?
I don't like that terminology, so give me a pass. But they better screw his shit back on after you.
Listen, let me tell you something. Locks, no matter what you call it, in your biggest heyday, no matter what,
right. You call all about the music. You going off the internet.
I'm not going off the internet. I'm talking.
Head porch got to go back on where
I'm talking about hip hop, right? So what I'm saying to you is, you guys were fucking miniature compared to 50 Cent just sold 30 million records. You went at him. You went to the yard with the sword.
Answering your own question.
What's that?
He could sell 100 million. The bars and the power of the people in the street made all of that shit irrelevant.
He didn't come outside to Jada.
It's all in the music. You talk about knocking him out the park and this and that and that and this.
I gotta hear it.
He got some shit. You know what I mean?
Are you ever thinking of selling your catalog?
I think about it every day.
Well, I got the buyers. You want me to do that? I could do that for you. Get you super rich real quick, security. You know what happens? People take advantage. This is my logic. God forbid something happens, car accident, Jadakiss, the locks guy. Niggas is going on tour or something. The van flips over. Somebody that your wives think that you really trusted, that you love, and this, they come over and say, well, you know, we can help. We could get you $8 million. And your wife is like, $8 million? Meanwhile, they're going to get 26 million for this shit, 36 million for it. Me, I want to secure that. You know what I'm saying? If I die, I want to feel good and say to myself, yo, I know I left my family enough money. Now, if they blow enough money, that's their problem. Yeah. And I wake up every day like, eat my scrambled eggs and be like, if y'all blow it, that's on y'all. That's not me. Don't be walking around here and talking about I ain't leave you shit or I ain't take care of the family. But that's what I think. That's why I suggest you should do it. That's just what it's dull. I don't care what he spit. Cause I've been listening to him spitting. I always said he's one of the greatest. And all that is irrelevant to me when you talking all that gangster shit and they call you to the yard and you don't step outside. I can't look at you. That's like you seeing the dude who they always told you, and you know you always thought he was tough, and you see some other kingpin nigga, some smack his cheek off and the nigga, my bad, and walk off. I'm keeping it a buck with you. That's how I look at this shit.
The music, man. The music is great.
I don't give a fuck if you lose. I never forget Everlast and Eminem. Everlast definitely knew he couldn't beat Eminem, but he came outside to the yard. He came outside. And so that's just how I look at it. Big up J. Cole, the whole crew, North Carolina and all that, but he caught stage fright. Supposed to come outside, man. He did.
He did, man.
All right.
He bowed out gracefully, but that don't never mean he wasn't. I mean, where we come from, all call outs.
What they say in the Game of Thrones, what they say, the North never forgets. Remember when the Starks come? They go, the North never forgets. Yeah, you're not waiting 6 months to let the smoke clear to come back outside and talk legendary and all that. Like, it's like the North never forgets.
Into that. He just ended what he into.
All right.
Yeah, the new
Coming
shit.
from you.
Shit is crazy.
You go to war. Jadakiss go to war. Jadakiss go to war. The Locks go to war. I'm a J. Cole fan. I'm just telling you, they don't hit me as tough. You know what I'm saying? If Fat Joe talking all that Fat Joe the Gangster, there's a video of me getting my face smacked off. You ain't gonna hear Flo Joe the same. You gonna be like, man, and that was your face smacked off in public. Was like, yo, and said, no, I rescind it. I'm coming back. No, I didn't mean it. You know when you riding bike and then you do the pedal backwards, the shit pedals backwards?
Roll back.
That's what he did. He rolled back, brother. You know when the fucking 10-speed be going tick, 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 tick. Yo, you know when you hear this shit? No, you hear the tick, tick? The tick, 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 tick. You know when your shit going back?
So yeah, that's their thoughts on J. Cole. Obviously, when J. Cole, like, he came out with his diss track to Kendrick, I think he thought it was on some sport type shit, that competition, like, oh, I'm just a better rapper than you. Maybe what he didn't know was Kendrick and Drake were like, they were trying to go like below the belt, like trying to bring family in this, like get others involved, like way into their personal life. I think when J. Cole like realized that, that's when he was like, nah, I ain't in all this shit. Like, I just thought this was a competition about sport, about who's the best rapper out of us three. And then, yeah, after he realized that, he bowed out. He did his apology to Kendrick.
And I know this is not what a lot of people want to hear. I know I can hear my niggas up there right now like, nah, don't do that. But I got to keep it 100 with y'all, right? I damn near had a relapse, right? Because y'all heard some shit that happened 2-3 weeks ago, however long it was. Y'all heard that bazooka that was dropped on the motherfucking game, right? So all of this time of me moving on my own accord, for the first time I was tested. Why am I tested? Because I got the world and I got my niggas like, what you gonna do, Cole? My niggas like, boy, I must have had 1,000 missed calls. Oh my fucking God. Text flooded, I couldn't even answer my shit. Nigga, it's wartime, boom, 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 right? Niggas wanna see blood. And I was conflicted because one, I know my heart, you know what I mean? And like, I know how I feel about my peers, these two niggas that I just been blessed to even stand beside in this game, let alone chase their greatness, right? So I felt conflicted because I'm like, bro, I know I don't really feel no way, but the world want to see blood. I don't know if y'all can feel that, but the world want to see blood. So I say all of that to say, in my spirit of trying to like get this music out, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I moved in a way that I feel spiritually feel bad on me. Like I try to like jab my nigga back and I try to keep it friendly, but at the end of the day, when I listen to it and when it comes out and I see the talk, that shit don't sit right with my spirit. That shit make me feel, that shit disrupts my fucking peace. So what I wanna say right here tonight is in the midst of me doing that and in that shit, trying to find a little angle and downplay this nigga's fucking catalog and his greatness, I want to say right now tonight, how many people think Kendrick Lamar is one of the greatest motherfuckers to ever touch a fucking microphone? Dreamville, y'all love Kendrick Lamar, correct? As do I. So I just want to come up here and be like, publicly be like, bruh, that was the lamest, like goofiest shit. And I say all that to say, it made me feel like 10 years ago when I was moving incorrectly. And I pray that God align me back up on my purpose and on my path. You know what I mean? I pray that my nigga really didn't feel no way. And if he did, my nigga, I got my chin out. Take your best shot, I'm gonna take that shit on the chin, boy. Do what you do. You know what I mean? Like, all good. Like, it's love. And I pray that, y'all are like, forgive a nigga for like the misstep and then I can get back to my true path. Cause I ain't gonna lie to y'all, past 2 days felt terrible. Like, it let me know how good I've been sleeping for the past 10 years.
That's J. Cole's thoughts when he first dropped that Kendrick diss in the whole midst of the Kendrick and Drake beef. Again, just reiterating that J. Cole, he might have thought like this was just a sport, a competition type of rivalry. Like, I'm a better rapper than you. I'm not number 2. I'm number 1, whatever. Maybe that's what he was thinking as he was going like into the beef. And then once he realized that Drake and Kendrick were going like way below the belt, bringing family into this, like personal issues, like just trying to make up like rumors or whatever. Once he realized all of that, he was like, nah. Even after I dropped my diss track to Kendrick, my spirit just don't sit right with me. Like, all this is just playing in my head. So he was like, I'm buying out. And obviously, as we just seen, he's apologized. And then as his new tape that is coming out now in a few weeks, obviously that's been causing like a bit of commotion in like hip hop. And then Charlemagne, he's saying that J. Cole is not part of the big 3, and maybe that there wasn't a big 3 to begin with.
Remember, Fat Joe speaks in extremes.
Yes.
All right? Because nobody ever screwed J. Cole's head off the big 3. The reality is, there is no big 3 no more. Because when the big 3 was supposed to engage, only 2 of them decided to engage. J. Cole engaged, and then he backed away. And so it was 2. And then after the 2, 1 reigned supreme, and we know who that was, Mr. Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah, and like you said, you know, J. Cole bowed out of that battle, right? You're an MC. You're supposed to be ready for any type of smoke. Now, that doesn't take away his pen. It doesn't take away his catalog. It doesn't take away his consistency. But when it came to that battle, when it came to see who was number 1 during that time, he bowed out.
Now,
And
by the way,
that was his personal decision.
And when he drops the fall off is probably going to be dope. We all know J. Cole can rap his ass off, and he can be your personal favorite. But when it comes to being number 1,
and that
no,
but
that's not gonna happen.
why y'all sitting here acting like people not acting like J. Cole is a part of that big 3 because of him bowing out of that battle? That is a thing. That is actually happening.
What are you talking
no, he's
about?
still part of the big 3. He's just not number 1.
I don't think there's no big 3 no more, period. As Kendrick said, there's no big 3. It's just Big Me. Now, if you just want to be technical and say who have been the best of the last 15 years, yes, that is still the 3.
Absolutely.
That's it. But there's a clear number 1. And his name is Kendrick Lamar, and I still got Drake at 2, and then Cole would be 3.
But also in that conversation, Fat Joe does talk about.
I'm about to get to it. Now let's talk. Let's listen to Fat Joe talking about the big 3 and this whole conversation we're having right now.
J. Cole, I don't look at him the same. He ain't come out. Been listening.
It was like, it was subpar. I just don't want to hear that no more. That's why I keep saying I want to know what the fall off's going to be about.
All the biggest MCs and lyricists, when it came for smoke, they were ready for smoke. Whether you can go back from Nas to Hove, you can go to any of those rappers that you just named, Jadakiss, Fat Joe, they all with the smoke.
Yeah,
and we're acting like
healed era of rappers.
And we're acting
this is the more healed era of rappers.
No, it's not. Go Southern, you can go T.I.
Them 3. No, it's not. J. Cole said that.
Jeezy,
what's good about Kendrick?
J. Cole
went to hell on Drake.
But J. Cole said it sit right in his spirit.
But that's Cole.
Charlemagne obviously giving his thoughts on the whole big 3, obviously Drake, Kendrick, J. Cole. So he's saying like from his era, like back in the Fat Joe, Jadakiss, the Locks type of era, like if you said you bowed out, like you're not in a big 3, like it's either you go to war, like and stand on that shit, or do what J. Cole did. But Charlemagne obviously saying there is no big 3 to begin with. If we're being technical, then obviously Drake, Kendrick, J. Cole, they've been running the game for like the past 15 years. Right now it's only just a clear number 1, which is obviously Kendrick.